Hi everyone, it has been a very long time that we have met on this show. This is Insightful Moments. My name is Jare Tiamiyu. Let's start again. Let's start from where we are now, and then we'll see what is happening across the globe. But today, I will be specific. We'll be looking into the political atmosphere in Osun, most especially in the APC, the crisis in the party, and then, we have elections some months to this time. What is going to happen? Is there going to be a reconciliation, or is going to be a battle to finish? And today, I will be speaking with the former commissioner for information, and now special advisor to Governor Oyetola on political matters and political affairs. That is Honorable Sunday Akere. Honorable Akere will be telling us what the Oyetola group think about what the Osun Progressive group are doing. And then moving on, is there room for reconciliation? If there is, what are going to be? And moving on, is there room for reconciliations? And if there is, what are going to be the conditions for this reconciliation? And also, we'll be looking into the attack that has become so persistent on the Osun Progressives. What is going on? What do the Oyetola group have hand in this attack or not? That is what we are going to be discussing today. Stay tuned. I'll be right back with my guest. Yeah, welcome back from that very short break. Our guest is here, and that is the special advisor to the governor on political affairs, Honorable Sunday Akere. He's a familiar face in the media and also. Honorable, thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much. It's good to be here, and I want to congratulate you on the movement to this new edifice.
Thank you so much, sir. Sir, let's look at it from here. Your party is in crisis because you have some months to election now, and you are still battling crisis here and there. How are you facing the election this way? We believe that at least you need a united house to go into the elections.
Well, thank you very much. Surely we need a united house to go into the election, but the issues are clear. It is only things that are not good that people will not fight over. And when you see two siblings of the same parents emerging from a room and smiling, they've not told themselves the truth. If they told themselves the truth, you will see that their faces will be red. Yes, you mentioned that the party is in crisis. I want to believe that in democracy, there is the opportunity for the minority to have their say, while the majority will have their way. The people that are feeling aggrieved now, they are the minority, and the majority of the party members, they are with the governor, Oyetola, who happens to be the leader of the party. The condition of the party is clear. Whoever is governor is the leader of the party, and Oyetola is the leader of the party. We have had issues well ahead of the Congress, and by the time we had the Congress, we did the World Congress, we did the local Congress, we did the state Congress, and I know that in a few days to come now, what our brothers and sisters on the other side, the caucus that you said is in crisis, what they are trying to do is to hold people down with probably, I don't want to say deceit, but they themselves know that what they are holding on to is not the truth. Initially, you said you are not happy with the leadership of the party, you want the party reorganized. We started preparation for the Congress to accede to your demand of reorganization. You said you don't want to work with some people. You want to do it all alone on your own. We went into the Congress. After the World Congress, you petitioned Abuja. The appeal committee came, listened to the petition, and discovered that there is no basis in the petition. We went to the local government, we went to the state Congress. You said you will not subject yourself to the reconciliation committee set up by the governor, but you are waiting for Abuja. Abuja came. You said you are not comfortable with Abuja again. You are going to court. And the court have adjudicated 2 days ago that there is no basis in the suits that they brought before the court. We know that in a few days to come, if not all, majority of their followers will see reason that they are not pursuing what will bring the positive results.
Honorable sir, on Thursday, you said that Now you have state chairman elect. On Thursday, we expected that those people will be inaugurated. But unfortunately in Abuja, the inauguration was cancelled, maybe because of these issues. Are we saying that you are still in control?
The inauguration was never cancelled.
Okay.
What happened in Abuja yesterday, they said they wanted to swear in the chairman and give them their certificate of returns. But because of issues related to about 2 states, I think Sokoto and probably one other state in the north, that have not been resolved, they decided that, okay, let's hold on a bit for the inauguration, and they handed the certificates of returns to all the elected state party chairmen.
Are you saying that Prince Baidogbega now has a certificate?
He collected his certificate of returns in Abuja yesterday. You can go into the social media. If my phone is there, I will show you the picture. It's even on my status, because it's my brother, it's my own blood, yes. And I was celebrating.
Okay, when you said that the people that are fighting now, they are the minority. We all know that you won the election last year, 2018 to be precise. You won the election with less than 400 votes. And then you are calling some people minority now. Don't you think that minority may actually, disrupt the whole thing and actually cut short your way for...
I want to assure you, 2018 is different from 2022. In 2018, I will give you an analysis. When we came on board in 2010, we had an election in 2011. We scored almost 100%. We won totally all the seats. We had another election in 2015. We scored 56%. Okay. From 100, we dropped to 56%.
Okay.
We had another election in 2018. We scored 33%.
You had one in 2017.
That is I'm talking of 2018.
Okay.
With the 2018 governorship election, we scored from 56 in 2015. Our fortune dropped to 33%. That was an assessment of the administration and the rulership of the Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola. The assessment the people of Osun will do and we contend with now is that of Alhaji Oyetola as governor. And I want to assure you, contrary to what a lot of people expected when Oyetola came on board, Oyetola has been performing wonders in the past 3 years plus. Is it in the area of education? Is it in the health sector? Is it agric? Is it infrastructural development? We have never had this good. Look at the workers' welfare. Look at the pensioners. There is a difference between now and 2018. And I want to assure you, come 16th of July 2022, by the special grace of God, Oyetola will defeat whoever is going to be next to him with not less than 100,000 votes.
Honorable, you were saying that then, you are saying there's a difference between then and now. But you were part of then, and you just joined now. So you were part of then actively. So what happened then? And then
in 2018,
yes,
I will tell you, there were crises in the party.
Okay.
Some of us, for one reason or the other, were forced out of the party. We went into another party. And that is to tell you that the party was decimated then. Even some of those that were even in the party, they did not actively work for the success of the party. We are fully back now. Because the issues are, in every sporting contest, the moment the sporting event is concluded and a winner emerges, in the spirit of sportsmanship, you embrace the winner. That is what we did. Embracing the winner, Alhaji Oyetola, and supporting him to ensure that he succeeds in the administration of the state. And he has been doing wonders. It is only if we want to deceive ourselves that we will not see, that we will say we didn't see the wonders that he has been doing. Nobody expected that it can be this good in Osun. And the people of Osun are ready to roll out the drums and support him for a second time. And let me tell you, in the party that you said we are in crisis, when we had the World Congresses in the 332 wards, our brothers on the other side that are aggrieved petitioned the results in 30 wards, which was less than 10% of where elections were conducted. That is to tell you, today, without bragging, without boasting, not less than 95% of the members of the party in Osun, they are solidly behind Alhaji Oyetola.
Honorable sir, we'll go on a very short break now. But when we are back, I would like to talk about the den that you talked, because I saw one of your interview recently where you said that then you were having 1 kilometer of road, 1 billion naira. And also we'll talk about the issues of attack that is now becoming rampant from the other side. Please stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Education is the power. Education is the key.
Education is key. Education is light. Education is power. However, quality education is what can unlock potentials, eliminate ignorance, and fight illiteracy. Finding this type of quality education is becoming a challenge. But I have found a school where quality education abounds. Ibadulai Nursery and Primary School and Ibadulai Caliphate College, Ilobu. At Ibadulai schools, they combine both Western and Islamic education. Their classrooms are conducive with fully equipped laboratories, ICT center, and library. The school is blessed with caring and quality teachers who make school environments comfortable for pupils and students. Ibadulai Group of School is located at Atoyebi Estate, Konda area, Ilobu, Osun State. Telephone 0803 501 2533 or 0706 225-8520. At Ibadulai Group of School, quality education is our watchword.
Yeah, I come back from that very short break. My guest is still here, and this is Insightful Moment. We are discussing the Osun political situation, most especially the crisis that we journalists will call it crisis, but the politicians will call it disagreement or misunderstanding between themselves.
Family misunderstanding.
But whatever. My guest here is Honorable Sunday Akere, Special Advisor to Governor Oyetola on political affairs, and we are discussing. The discussion will continue now. Honorable, let me start from what I said the whole time. Then you were part of the administration from 2011 to 2014. Later, you left to be outside the government then. But we have the governments that left about 117 billion naira as debt. For the states. Can you explain what transpired when you were there? Or are you telling us that you were not there when the whole debt was actually incurred?
Thank you very much. Well, I joined the administration on the 12th of August 2011. And to the glory of God, we served for 3 years and 3 months. We left on the 26th of November 2014. When we came on board, the financial situation of the state was rosy. We were not having the problem with the crude oil situation. The problem mainly with us in Nigeria is that virtually every sector, even including the states, depends on the Federal Allocation Committee from Abuja. 2012, it was good. 2013, it was that in 2013 that the fortune started dwindling when the prices of oil went down from over $100 per barrel to even less than $30 per barrel. The states could not afford to even have sufficient to meet their wage bills, not talk of doing any infrastructural projects developments. And in the course of that, during my own tenure, I knew very well that as a commissioner, I was part of the sourcing of 2 loans. The first one was the 30 billion bond, which we took from the stock market. All of us as members of the cabinet signed the documents for the 30 billion bond. And the second one was the 11.4 billion Sukuk loan, which we took from the Islamic Bank, which we all signed.
That's what's right.
Making 44.4 billion. The other ones, I left November 2014, so I cannot really say how the debt burden skyrocketed to the 176 billion that you mentioned. But being as it is, you will know that even that debt crisis then led that difficult financial situation led to the states having to be paying half salary, which some people termed AFUSA. And even without much development, we should congratulate the sitting governor now, Oyetola, because by the time he was coming, the state under his predecessor was owing the workers about half salary for about 30 months. And he came and made the commitment that he will not owe any worker any salary. For 3 years plus now, Governor Oyetola has succeeded in ensuring that the sweat of the laborer does not dry up. He has ensured that everybody gets their full payments in terms of salary. And he has not done that alone. He ensured that even in the payment of pension and gratuity, 708 million is being allocated monthly for payments of pensions and gratuity. And to even crown it up now, this month, he increases to 958 million. Okay. That is to tell you that he is committed towards the welfare of the workers, is committed towards the welfare of those that have left the service, that have served and sacrificed for the state. And you will see that this pension and gratuity thing that we are talking about, it is not this government that really incurred it, but in governance, you inherit both the debts, the assets, and the liabilities, which he has done and which he has been managing well. And that is.
So what I'm saying is this, it was part of, at least the governor was part of the cabinet till around maybe July when he won the primaries. That was when he resigned. So you cannot. Are you saying that the governor was not aware of the dead body?
Let me tell you, as governor in any state, the buck stops on your table. It is not everything that you do that the people around you will know about. And I'm saying it sincerely, it is not everybody that knows what really happened. The buck stops on the governor's table. That is why you must be ready to take either the adulations, either the comment, the blame, or whatever as a governor, because the buck will stop on your table. So I'm saying it that when I was there, as Commissioner for Information, I wasn't aware of the sort of what goes on in the finance area, and I want to say that was not until even the governor came on board that even as chief of staff, most of the things become clear and exposed to it.
Okay, let's leave that and talk about the recent attack that the top members are actually, during the Congress they held at last they were attacked. After that, there was another attack at the Oromia House during their state meeting. Then after that, we had another attack, and not quite long in Ikirun. That was this week, on Tuesday this week. Then after that, on Thursday, the Oromia House was also under attack again. What is really happening? The accusation they are actually flying is that the attackers are the people known to you.
It's the lie of the devil.
Okay.
The primary responsibility of a governor is to ensure welfare and security. Okay. And as the chief security officer of the state, all of us knows that Governor Oyetola has been doing everything possible to ensure that there is peace and tranquility across the length and breadth of the state. Governor Oyetola is a man of God. He is the son of an imam. He is a man of peace. He is somebody that can never give instruction that you should go and hurt a fly, not to say attacking a fellow human beings. I'll give you an example. On the 16th of October, when they said they were having their jamboree, which they call Parallel Congress at Latso area, I happened to be the secretary of the State Congress Committee that organized, supervised, and monitored everything that we did at the stadium. After the Asoko attack, they wrote a petition to the police that I was the one that led us to come and attack them, that they saw me inside the car. When I did not, I got to the stadium I was at the stadium maybe around after 6 a.m. in the morning. I went home around to 9 to go and freshen up and change my clothes. I came back to 10. I did not leave the stadium until about 3 p.m. When I leave the stadium, that 3 p.m., we all moved from the stadium to a joint close to the stadium where we sat and relaxed. I didn't get home until 10 p.m. For somebody now to come around and said, I am the one that they saw me inside the car. They are making, seriously, I want to believe that they are stage managing the crisis to gain people's sympathy. How do I mean? That day, they organized themselves at because some of us colleagues, we said we don't know whether it's naming ceremony or wedding ceremony because it was never a congress. Okay. The congress, the team sent from Abuja to supervise, conduct the congress, they were at the stadium. The INEC that are supposed to be umpires, those from Abuja and from the state here, they were at the stadium. All security operatives were at the stadium. So what they were doing there, they did not even notify anybody nor get any police permit that they want to do anything. They just put some civil defense to surround them. And soon they said some people came to shoot at them after they have conducted their so-called jamboree and got their so-called elected chairman sworn in the manner of our Akere. And later, the other time they said some people came to attack them at their meeting at Oromiyan. Sincerely, before then, they have been holding their meetings for well over 4 months, every Thursday. Every Thursday when they are to have the meeting, the civil defense are always there to protect them. That day they said some people came to attack them. They gathered, no single civil defense. It was after their so-called assailants left that the civil defense people now came. That civil defense people now came. And we asked that, okay, when you want to start your meeting, you didn't tell the police, your usual friend, the civil defense, because the civil defense is under the control of their patron, who happens to be our former governor. When Oyetola says their patron is with them, we agree with whatever they are doing.
He has also said that he's with them.
Mm-hmm. That's why I say it's their patron. The civil defense did not turn up. That was their first attack. And it was after they said they have been attacked that the civil defense people now came. Yesterday too, they had their meeting. They said they finished their meeting around 4:30. No incidences, no crisis. And it was now over an hour after that the people now came shooting. What will be the reason for those people coming to shoot? Are the people just seeing the Oromiyan building? Or are they coming there to disperse an imaginary crowd? The crowds were nobody there. Even they confessed that 95% of people that came for their meeting, that therefore left. I want to believe that they are stage managing this crisis so as to get people's sympathy. Initially, when we started, they said, oh, yes, they have done Congress. They wait for Abuja. They are not going to listen to the Reconciliation Committee set up by the governor of Oyetola. They wait for the team from Abuja. The team from Abuja came. They said, no, we are not waiting for the team from Abuja again. We want to go to court. They went to court. 2 days ago, they lost the court. For them to be able to gain the sympathy of the followers that they are deceiving and to still keep them in their fold, they must find something that will curry the sympathy they expected. That is what they are doing.
Okay, let me say that you are saying it with some level of affirmation. Are you aware of this planning, or how do you think that?
I'm not aware of the planning. It is clear. It is clear to everybody. You don't need to be part of any planning before you know. It is logical. The governor even reiterated it in the government statement last night that the police should dig deep and find out the culprits. I will give you an example. When they had their October 16 jamboree, which they call Congress, they said I was the one that did the talks. I petitioned, and they petitioned the police. I also asked my lawyer to petition their so-called chairman, Alhaji Razak Sadisili. Later, they now came on here and said they made the mistake. It was not my own Akere. It was another person. That is... They don't have basis for what they are doing. They are only trying to concoct stories and foment troubles to seek for people's sympathy.
Honorable sir, let's wind down. But I would like to talk about if, as we'll see it now, what exactly do you think will happen? Do you think there is going to be reconciliation, or you go to the election with this divided house?
Seriously, we are ready for reconciliation. We believe that even as friends, if we have issues and if we have crises, it must be resolved. But we need to appeal to them. Some of them have made up their mind that they are going to work against the party. And it is better for them to leave and join the party they want to work for, rather than stay inside the house and throwing stones from inside. We are ready for reconciliation. The governor is father to all, and his arms are open. But the Yorubas will say it is only a child that raises up his arm that the father will carry. The governor is ready to carry them, is ready to bring them home. In the Bible, we heard the story of the prodigal son. When the prodigal son said, "Oh, I want my own inheritance, I need it," the father gave him his inheritance. I traveled out and squandered it. When he saw Babanla sovereign, he decided to come back home. When he came back home, his father accepted him. We are ready to accept them. We are ready to accept them, but they must, in accepting them, they must show genuine commitment to the cause of the party and to the success of the governor in the election.
But I have of that. One of their some of their conditions for reconciliation are out there, and one of them is that President Boyega should leave as the party chairman. The governor should resign as a member of the CECPC. And then Senator Ajibola Basiru should not be given ticket. Now you have rejected the three. If I want to ask, at least if they give you three conditions, which one do you think you want to actually go?
None of the three conditions you have stated is acceptable and reasonable.
Do you now think you will make that the middle point? At least if you want to.
I'm telling you, none of the three conditions that you have mentioned now. I'm hearing the third one from you for the first time.
You know which journalist we hear
that was Ajibola Bashiru. Ajibola Bashiru worked for his ticket. His people nominated him and he contested and won elections to represent the constituents. And you don't expect him to now come from Abuja and be working against the interests of his people at home. I told you that 95% of the party members are with the governor. So how would you expect Ajibola Bashiru now to go and stay with 5%? The governor did not appoint himself into the National Critical Committee. The leader of the party, President Muhammadu Buhari, nominated him and two other governors to be part of that team. And 2 weeks ago, the APC Governors Forum passed a vote of confidence in the three of their colleagues serving in the Critical Committee. So what does that have to do with those that are here and around him? And also, Fabodun was duly elected by members of the party and the Congress.
Not part of it. They are not part of it.
Nobody changed them out. They changed themselves out, whether they are part of it or not. In democracy, the minority will have their say. The majority will have their way. We are the majority. We have found our way.
So you continue to reject the three conditions. Then it means
the three conditions are not reasonable. If they are ready, one of them who happens to be our friend said yesterday that he used this Yoruba which is understandable to all of us. The sun that is still hung up there is sufficient enough to dry the cloth. Let them come home. We will share whatever is on the table. We will run the government together.
Let them come home. We will share whatever is on the table and run the government together. That was the last shot from Honorable Sunday Akere. Honorable sir, thank you so much for the time. And we believe that as time goes on, we still have reasons to call you because we believe very soon you will be going into primaries and either one of from Honorable Lasun Yusuf or Honorable Najim Salam or Alhaji Masudi Adioti, whom is a very good friend of yours, is going to be battling it out with the governor. We'll see what is going to happen in the next 2 weeks. Honorable, thank you so much once again.
Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to be here, and I promise that anytime you call, we'll surely come around.
Thank you so much. And on that, I will say join me on the other side. Thank you. That was our discussion with Honorable Sunday Akere. He told us what he knew, but he said something. He said when he was a commissioner, he was only aware that the cabinet then was only aware of 44 point something billion naira as the loan, and others he was not aware of them. But we still ask ourselves what is really going to happen, considering the fact that the matter is just burning. And Also, he said there's going to be room for reconciliation, but all the conditions that we have now are not acceptable, and they are not going to be accepted. He also said if the top member want to leave the party, they should leave. And that is what he said. But very soon we'll be speaking with the other side in some of our subsequent episodes. And that's how far we can go in today's edition. Thank you for being part of it. My name is